Open border advocates say that if you're against open immigration, you're anti-American because America is a nation of immigrants and so forth. Well, you know what? I think that if you're for open borders, then you're the anti-American. So here's what I always tell people. A country like America, founded upon principles of liberty, individual rights, and limited government, it took hundreds of years to even come to create such a society. It took thoughts of philosophers and enlightenment, and people just want to give it away, just let everybody in without them, they'll be self-selected for their virtues. I mean, that's ridiculous. Most people just come to the United States because they want a job, they want money, they want the welfare, they want free this, free that. And even if they don't want free this, free that, just because you want to work doesn't mean you're going to be an American. It doesn't mean when you're going to get the vote, you're going to vote properly. We already have enough anti-Americans inside the United States, okay? We don't need any more. And with this identity politics nonsense that's going on, the La Raza, you know what that means? La Raza, that means the race. These are the quote-unquote Hispanics, which isn't even a race, by the way. These are the Hispanics, their group. They want the Reconquista. They want to take over California and Texas. And you're just going to let them in. They're going to get the vote. Their children are they're going to have birthright citizenship, just like that. You can become an American just because you were born inside the United States. And they're going to vote for their identity politics. And who's to say that California is not going to become part of Mexico? I mean, if it's a democracy, right? And it is a democracy, whether you want to call it a, Republican limited government and all that, there's still the vote. And if California wants to secede, for example, Cal-exit, they wanted to secede because Hillary Clinton lost. Well, if it's going to be majority Hispanic, who's to say they're not going to vote to secede and get annexed by Mexico? Nobody can guarantee that, right? And as far as Texas goes, the only reason Texas has Republican governments is because the white population actually disproportionately votes for Republicans, while in California it's like 50-50. So that's the only reason, because there is a bunch of Hispanics inside Texas. So what else can I say? This open border stuff is anti-American, because if you want to protect America and its identity as a limited government, individual rights and all that, you can't let anybody in. You have to select them. They're not self-selected. You actually have to select them. As the principle of foreign policy, of a rational immigration policy, a border policy, are these people coming in, are they going to further the goal of keeping the country free? Yes or no? If you can't answer that, then you don't let them in. Is their entrance into the country going to further the goal of keeping the country free? Yes or no? That's all there is to it. You want the country to remain free, or even better, get immigrants that will make it even more free. Get the really, they say self-selected for virtue. Yeah, like 1% of the population that comes into the United States, they become, great advocates for liberty. There's the Indians, and, you can find the single individual guy who comes from another country, and he's a great advocate for liberty. He's read all of Thomas Jefferson and Ayn Rand, and he's read John Locke and all that. Well, great. Well, they should be let in. In fact, bring these people in. Great. But that doesn't change the fact that most of them are never going to read these things. They're never going to accept these principles. I mean, already most Europeans, most white people, Americans and so forth, blacks and African Americans, They don't understand liberty. They don't understand individual rights. So we have enough of a problem with our own people. We don't need to bring more people that have no clue as to why America is so great, is so free, has so much wealth. You know, it's like cause and effect. They want the effect without understanding the cause. And you can't have an effect without the cause. So let people in if they understand the cause, if they love the cause. And that's why they celebrate the effect. So, again, if you're for open borders, you're the anti-American.